Hello, it is I, Merlinster Gandeldor, here once again to wax philosophical about Dungeons and Dragons. Today, on Mage's Musings, we look at mindset tricks to help make you a happy D&D player. Dungeons and Dragons, or any tabletop RPG for that matter, lends itself to a more immersive experience than typical board games. Though if you are the type of person who will flip a table over a game of Monopoly, then immersing into D&D will certainly be quite a journey. Also, if that's the case, I recommend starting with a barbarian. You'll fit right in. When going into a role-playing game, I like to try to keep a few things in mind. I find when I neglect this or fail to achieve a level of mental balance, my gameplay can suffer and sometimes take with it the enjoyment of others. So let's look into some mindset tips to help with happy D&D play. Number 1. Take nothing personally. This is a big one, and possibly the most difficult thing to do, but it's an important first step to general happiness. In life, as much as around the gaming table, it is a maxim I shall repeat often. Take nothing personally. What exactly does that mean? Well, in context of the game, it means that you should do your best to separate your personal feelings from the things that happen in the game, things that happen to your character. Remember, you are not the character, and the character is not you. You are playing a game, one wherein you control the portrayal, but a game nonetheless. When bad things happen to the character, they're not happening to you. It is not an extension of you. Sure, you make choices, but nothing that goes wrong or even right is a reflection on you as a person, until you make it personal. Sadly, many players have trouble with this concept and view their characters as extensions of themselves. The character is like an avatar of the player. No, not that one. Not that one either. Oh, definitely not that one. I want to stress that avatar play in itself is not a bad or a wrong thing. Every player is in avatar form to some degree, but the toxic avatar players are the ones wherein the player takes any affront to the character as an affront to themselves. They take failures and setbacks to heart, and any conflict with other characters in the game, be it PC or NPC, becomes a conflict with them specifically. The animosity leaves the game and becomes real, creating drama in the group. This is never good. So keep this in mind as you play, and take nothing personally. Number 2. Be ready to let go of your character. Building upon what I said earlier, you are not the character, and the character is not you. Do not become so attached to your character that you cannot let it go. This is a common trap for D&D players, especially avatar players. It's easy to fall in love with the character you've made and the plans for the future of the character, or the epic backstory you've created. Pro tip, if you've written more than a paragraph or two outlining your history, you've written too much. The character's journey is what you're there to experience in the game, real time, and that journey can be cut short at any moment. You're not entitled to an epic, narratively satisfying end to your character. It's just not something you should realistically expect. Dying is not the only way a character can be removed from the campaign. Simple incompatibility can be a cause for departure. A paladin in a group of assassins, for instance, or a bard in any group whatsoever. Sometimes you simply have to swap out and play a different character. If they do die, well, that's part of the game. A dead character is not a reflection of you. Remember the first maxim, take nothing personally. Number 3. Treat any obstacle and inconvenience as a game challenge. There's a common trend amongst players these days to treat any obstruction as a tooth-grinding inconvenience and obstacle to their fun. I should clarify, by this I mean obstructions that aren't directly tied into the story or plot. Little game details like tracking encumbrance, for instance. Core encumbrance in 5th edition D&D is reduced to a single number. You can carry 15 times your strength score in pounds as if you weren't carrying anything, but go 1 ounce over and suddenly you're immobilized from the weight. Seems pretty silly. There is a variant encumbrance system which introduces scaling penalties but remains simple and easy to track. But I'm astonished at player response to even suggesting it. Some players and DMs absolutely despise outdoor travel and hand-wave that away to transport characters right to the meat of the planned adventure. This has the side effect of greatly diminishing certain classes like the Ranger, but more than that, it deprives everyone at the table of potential spontaneous story developments from random encounters or getting lost. I feel that players and DMs alike are shortchanging their experience of the game by doing this. I feel it's like eating a cake made entirely of frosting. Sounds like a great idea until you take a bite, and then you realize how empty it ultimately is. Games have challenges, obstacles to your objectives. Not merely major plot points and foes to defeat, but little details. And this is where I suggest you take anything that comes your way as a challenge to be resolved, whether or not it diverges from advancing your planned story. Dealing with things like this is the story. Going on an overland adventure? Well, hire a guide or a ranger. Buy rations. Carefully determine how much you can carry and still move. Too much gear? Buy pack animals or porters. The bard won't stop singing? Well, have a gag ready to shut them up. You get the idea. Obstacles, even minor ones, are part of the experience. Number 4. Accept the will of the dice. As I said in my video on emergent storytelling, link in the description, the dice represent the will of the universe, and the universe has been around for a while, so it knows a few things. When the dice are cast, the universe is making its intent known to you. It is your responsibility to honor it. Run with it. Accept it. Remember point number 3. Accept any obstacle as a challenge. Well, this includes when the dice don't go your way, especially when they don't go your way. It is a gift. Use it. Make it into something. Even if that something happens to be a new character. Embrace it. What you must not do is fudge the dice. Never, ever fudge rolls. It's outright cheating. You wouldn't believe the amount of grown adults I've seen try to fudge dice. This also means you, Dungeon Masters. If it's cheating when the players do it, it's cheating when you do it. Roll out in front whenever possible, and if you must roll in secret, which you will have to do from time to time, be vigilant and steadfast. Resist temptation to fudge things to make it interesting or to help the players. And it should go without saying that you must never, never fudge dice against the players. Unless they're playing a bard. Kidding. Number 5. If you're not enjoying a game, bow out graciously. Not always a pleasant prospect, especially if playing with friends, but it's okay to bow out of a game you are not enjoying. Be gracious and kind. Thank the DM and group for having you, but don't be afraid to leave. Not every table suits every player. A D&D campaign is a commitment. It's not a typical board game that you can pack up when you're finished and be done with. If the commitment isn't yielding joy, then find one that does. Unless opinions are asked for, and you feel the opinion can be taken dispassionately, see number 1, taking nothing personally, don't feel the need to volunteer your displeasure or put the game down in any way. After all, it's entirely possible that the DM and other players are quite happy with the game as is. It's just not a fit for you. So find or run one that is. Number 6. Don't play a bard. I'm sorry. I don't really have anything against bards. Sometimes you just have to pick the low-hanging fruit when going for a gag. But in all seriousness, the real number 6, play the character class you want to play. Don't choose a class just to round out a group, or especially because the others at the table have demanded it. Play the role that catches your interest and that you look forward to inhabiting. Death or early departure notwithstanding, you could be playing this character for a while. Make sure it's one you want to play from the get-go, rather than feeling obliged to play. A balanced group is a perk, but not a necessity to a truly satisfying and enjoyable game. You'll find the experience all that much more enjoyable when everyone has the role they want. And there you have it. 6 tips for happy D&Ding. Take nothing personally. Be ready to let go of your character. Treat any inconvenience or obstacle as an in-game challenge. Accept the will of the dice. Be prepared to leave a game you're not enjoying. And don't be a bard. No, seriously. Play the role you want. What do you think? Does this list resonate? What would you add? Talk about it in the comments. As always, keep it civil, even if you disagree. After all, we all love the same game here. Anon for now, my friends.